Welcome back, everyone. So let's remove the bookmark and continue our chapter. So, Liberators, before you is a once again reformed black onyx phoenix. As it finishes its final caw, bringing its wings elegantly to its side, it up first towards Horatio and gives him a little Gah! And like pokes at his face. You jump back a little bit and it looks down at the vial and the broken shards of the vial and continues walking up.
Have we not passed your trial?
Does it want another round?
I offer Duran a hand up.
Duran tries to scramble to his feet and readies his weapon.
It looks over to you and it makes a bow, getting down onto its lower half, completely, and putting its head forward.
Oh, I guess we did. I'll, bow back at it.
It is reborn.
Kai looks on over to it and says, I think it's the spirit of Kuro Mountain. You're right, I think we passed the trial. That was something. Well, I don't suppose you can give us a hand. We gotta have an appointment to make. Well, my uncle and all of Shiverin, and it goes, Kah! Cutting him off and walks towards the edge and just lies down as getting flat and looks back to you and kind of beckons you.
I think it wants us to try and get on it.
Really?
I mean, it looks like it. I don't know if it can carry us. I could potentially fly behind it, but I'm sure it will zip past me in no time.
Horatio goes to get on it.
Duran also starts shuffling towards the Phoenix at the kind of half smile on his face. It will be another of the legends they tell about us.
Riding the Black Phoenix through the night as I climb aboard as well.
As do I.
Kai comes as well. It's a little tight fit. It although you all find little pockets on it, very hard, yet oddly comfortable exterior. Some of you can sit on the wing. And
Wait, Duran says as he hops off. I need to find my sword.
Ooh, good call. So you easily can see the magnetic blade sticking out of the rubble from whence the Black Phoenix had destroyed. So you can grab it and come back.
Duran grabs the blade and slides it on his back and fire thumb across it in X and hobbles his way back over.
So, as you all climb upon the Phoenix, it unfurls its elegant wings and begins to flap, but you can tell that it's not really getting the flight from the wings because they're not flowing in the wind. It's all hard rock, but it's levitating nonetheless. You hold on tight as it begins to rise more, and then seeing that you're about 40 feet off the ground, it makes a nosedive off of the mountain. The sharp wind hits you like an ice brick as it starts to cut across your face. Not enough to do damage, but you're definitely feeling the frigidness, and combined with the speed of this bird. And then eventually everything just goes white. You all hear nothing but and then everything becomes clear again. All the white shroudedness that you saw during that time, you now see the ground, the side of Kuro Mountain, and the mountainscape that you traverse to come down here, but from an elevated vision, as you're probably about 500 feet in the sky at this point. Looking off in the distance, you can see the Great Temple of Nyx and the mountain it's connected to, as well as Frostmoor. Roll me a perception check.
As we're gliding on the back of this creature, is the speed so intense that we can't talk to each other, or can we still make comments over the roar of the wind?
Oh, so the initial drop down and that jump, no, but now that you're back up about 500 plus feet in the air, you can now talk I mean, the wind is still blowing against you, so you'll have to yell, but you can converse. So in your perception checks, we have a 9 from Cal, 21, natural 20 from Horatio, 4 from Monaco, 3 from King, and 11 from Duran.
My face is buried in the rocky wing as well.
And Duran's eyes are completely absorbed in this fantastic display of a grandeur never seen in his 100 years of living.
Horatio, you do notice a lot of things in the distance. You see the frost bite, and with your keen eyes, you can see the shielding of Heaven's Dew that you first created with your first miracle. Looking more towards the east, you see in the distance, floating up, the rock island of the floating island of water fountain from the Heaven's Root tree that you have made in the distance as well, and its own shield shimmering, as well as different places around, like animals going afoot, demons walking around. They're all underneath you as you're flying above the scape of Shivrin.
I try to nudge King and point towards the island.
I turn my head and look, but don't say anything.
Kai looks on over towards Monako, who's sitting pretty close to her, and turns and says, "It's beautiful, isn't it? All of Shivrin? No, all of Dusthaven? Look up. I got you." And he holds on to Monako, since you're burying your face in there.
She'll look up, but the only thing she sees is his face.
That was amazing, wasn't it? This beast. It's truly majestic.
We're going pretty fast, though.
But isn't it fun?
I mean, fun. You're ridiculous.
One thing my dad taught me is that when you're tense, you don't really are able to move around as well. I know that we have the fate of the world on our shoulders, but after seeing the miracle we all performed, you guys performed, I think we can do this. I think we can stop Hiei.
Well, I hope so. We fought him on the mountain, but that was just a shadow. Whatever we face is going to be much worse. Hiei is much more than just...
He looks down when you say that, and yeah, you're right. This is going to be the battle of our lifetimes. Are you with me, Monako?
Yes, of course. We have to do it. We have to beat him.
Thank you. And you guys continue soaring throughout until eventually making your way up high above the Great Temple of Nyx. Well, before that, you fly through the town. It's pretty late at this point. Not pretty late. It's later on in the evening. And there are a lot of people walking around Frostmoor. And as you soar up above, passing the city, they all look like ants to you, but they all look up and they're like, you really can't hear much, but looking down, you can, as the bird lowers its altitude, getting closer and closer to the Great Temple of Nyx, you can all see them, and they're kind of shocked and pointing up at you as you're flying on this great big black phoenix. But nevertheless, you continue going, flying, until finally encircling the courtyard in the Great Temple of Nyx. A bunch of demon dancers come and circle around, and even Ren runs up at this point with her sword out. The phoenix lands down, the snow dusts up before settling down, and the phoenix goes down on low, perches itself and gets low, so you can easily slide off.
I slide off.
Yes, I dismount.
I do the same.
Monako will hesitate for a second, but otherwise joins.
Duran slides off, and he kind of hits the thing lightly with his fist as a bump. Next time, I'll be the one knocking you unconscious.
I'm gonna grin at Duran's comment and look towards the phoenix and offer a deep bow of thanks to it before turning towards the Ren and the rest of the people in the courtyard.
The phoenix gives you a bow as well. It doesn't seem to react to the other comments. For you, since you hated respect with that bow, it goes and hands out. It thrusts out its wing towards you, and it kind of scratches itself. And as it does, a small fist-sized chunk of obsidian, all of it falls down, landing next to your feet, glowing that same hue as the phoenix.
I'll say thank you once again and pick it up and say I accept your gift.
So you have one obsidian feather, phoenix feather.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Phoenix.
It then makes one final bow before flapping its wings and shooting off at light speed into the night. Ren and the other demon dancers are in shock and, what is going on? Kai goes, wait, Ren, it's alright, We did it. We all did it. I think we're ready. I see. That creature, what was it? And she says that looking over towards King.
I believe it was the spirit of Kuro Mountain.
Really? commune with the spirit of Kuro Mountain? Fascinating.
I have. A few of us have as well.
I'm sure you'll need rest. Do you need food? Water?
Yes, please. We're quite hurt.
Come. Megumi can heal your wounds. And she goes with the rest of the stone dancers that have circled around you, and they all beckon you all to head towards that triage area you were at the day prior, or days prior.
Ren, we made it. We climbed the mountain and unlocked something within ourselves too.
This is amazing.
I believe that I'm a stone dancer as well.
She looks at you with a smile. This is wonderful! And she picks you up and grasps you, holding you tight, lifting you up all the way up in the air, before slamming you back down and slapping you on the back. You tumble forward a little bit. Amazing! You hear that? And everyone stops jogging. And she says, "We have another stone dancer right here!" And people begin to clap. Oh.
She looks away shyly and says, "I was just hoping you could give me some pointers sometime."
But of course. See, I always liked you. I don't care what the others say. The daimyo trust you. Kai trust you. I trust you. And I'm proud that you are a stone dancer.
Thank you.
Do you want to see what type of dancer I am, Ren?
Alright, show me what you got.
I think it's appropriate too, as we're all kind of hurt. Maybe this will help us feel a little bit better. And I'll start waving my hands up in the air, and then I'll start quickly marching into waltz around, and I will use my last soul point and activate my aquatic waltz. And I'll say, "Mist Vagary, aquatic waltz!" And I'll start to dance around, and a healing pulse will start to ripple out, and a soothing mist will emanate, and I'll stay within range of everyone in the party, as well as Ren, and they should feel my mist.
Alright, so you and your waltz and your dance around, you hear people go, "Ooh, you are a mist dancer. But impressive. Impressive that you're a dancer nonetheless," she says.
I'll continue. My jaw drops, but I'm gonna continue to dance to keep healing everyone and just slowly tick everyone's health up.
I'm going to say to Ren, I also activated my vigor as well. Watch this one. And I start dancing and like do those precise angles, going back and forth, getting into a rhythm, and then like the electricity just starts charging around me. And I blink 30 feet in front of them.
Alright. Performing your dance, they look on, and some of them are taken aback by the abrasiveness but sharpness of your movements until you teleport 30 feet from them. A shockwave comes out, not close enough to hit anyone, but they all turn and jump in shock. And then some of them clap. "Oh, you're a storm dancer. Quite powerful indeed. Ew, impressive."
I take a bow.
She looks on over and she says, "And you?" and points to Duran.
Well, I seem to be a falling off mountains and getting smashed by rocks dancer.
Roll me a performance check. 17. They look at you and see how beat up you are, and little pieces of rock in you, and they start to laugh, and she goes, "You're quite funny. But seriously, what did you manage to unlock?"
Cloud dancing.
Indeed, sir, it's true. I remember you had spoke that you had done it, but I didn't want to believe. Show me.
Drand starts to go through the motions for the cloud dance movement.
Are you activating your vagary or no?
He's not going to bother activating the vagary, though.
She looks over at your movements, and she says, "Oh, you know the dance of the skywalk. Very impressive. Can't wait to see it during the Northrill, which we must discuss after you all heal up." And she turns over, "And I wonder what you have here, my human friend. What were you able to unlock?"
Oh, I just went along for moral support.
Oh, but I'm sure you helped in your own ways. So I would continue. She continues going and walking. Eventually, you guys make it towards the same triage area where the Damia was, but you're not in that same room. inside of it, it's empty. There are some beds there, as well as symbols of the great goddess Nyx around, but it's very well lit. Megumi will cast a dance around around this room. If you all see here, you have amplified strength and healing capabilities. Do you wish to get something to eat, and then we can discuss the next phase?
Please, I'm starving.
Come, Minako, help me prepare the meals. We'll go to the kitchen. And she walks off. Okay. Meanwhile, the rest you want to do, the night is yours. Kai is also in there as well.
She is so mean to me.
She was just mean to Miss Dancer's cousin. No one could be mean to you.
That's how I feel. I put my head down, sit at the table.
Kai looks on over to you. Don't feel bad. There's just a rivalry between the Mist and Stone Dancers. She's impressed nonetheless. All of us are. You're not tieflings, and you've unlocked not just any regular vagaries, but look how powerful they were. You can heal others, and that's amazing. And Minako can control the crystals, rocks of the earth. Duran, you're a freaking cloud dancer. Not only is that the most prestigious, no offense to all the others, art of demon dancing, it's incredible that an outsider, no offense, was able to even do something like that. And then Cow, lightning dancing, you know how rare that one is?
No.
You guys are incredible.
You're right. I lift my head up. I'm just hungry and emotional. I'm tired. We went through a lot these past few days. I am very proud of us.
You should be, Kai says, and he goes and sits down in one of the beds. There's enough for all of you here. And he starts to take off his heavier equipment and steps towards a back door that you see that slide open. I'm gonna go use the restroom, freshen up. And he steps through and closes the door behind him and leaves.
Horatio takes off all that winter clothing and whatnot, just gets comfortable, pulls out his books. Is there like a table nearby anywhere?
Yeah, a table with a quill and paper as well.
Yeah, so he would sit there and start working on some spells.
Just roll me an intelligence check. 23. Okay, another success. Anything else? Anyone else doing, or you just want to wait for dinner now?
I actually wanted to go down to the blacksmith, and pick up those bullets and get materials to fix my broken revolver.
Oh.
I'll come with you after dinner.
Is there an armory where I would be able to pick up materials to fix my revolver?
Yeah, when you guys got your super Viking realness extra for this trip and you got all the things, that was an armory, that there was weapons and other items.
Do we know if our bracelets of sending completed by this time?
You know, enough time has passed where it should have been.
Oh, fine, Cal. I'll come out. I have to pick up our trinkets. They probably would come in handy.
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best then.
Save me some of whatever they're cooking, though. Please, Doran. Leave me a plate.
Same here, Duran.
Duran weakly smiles and flashes them a solitary gesture.
Chasuffle. And I will beckon my staff, and it will fly to my side. I'll say, let's go. We could fly quickly. Hopefully we can still make it back while the food is warm.
Oh, will I fit on here with you?
Yeah, I could fly easily with one other person.
Oh.
Let's walk outside first, though.
Yeah, let's not fly around in here. That would be bad.
Yeah. Okay. I'll walk out. Wait, is there anything else? Pick up? Come to the door. Come to the door.
Yes. Does anybody need anything else while we're out?
Horatio actually perks up and yells, I need some charcoal and some incense.
Okay, how much?
Can you get me 100 gold's worth?
A hanny? Okay.
Thank you.
I think that's it.
Okay, hold on. And then I'm gonna fly off with us.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom in the direction of the city.
Okay, so riding on Chasuffle, you float up, send and shoot off at a nice pace towards the shops that both of you at this point would know exactly where to go, so it doesn't take you long. Meanwhile, Monako, you and Ren have arrived at the kitchen. Did you want to just prepare dinner, or was there anything you wanted to discuss with her?
She was going to prepare dinner, but kind of bring up a couple things. She was going to ask about any advice about the stone dancing.
You notice that, and you haven't really worked with her that often, just in and out when called into meetings, but you see that she's very handy with a blade and can cook as well. You're a little better at it than she is, but she's not too shabby. She ties up her hair and bandana, puts on an apron, and begins chopping at vegetables at an alarmingly fast rate. Turning, she says, you had questions about stone dancing you wanted me to answer. How can I help?
Yes. She'll go up and sort of assist with the prep of the meal, and just say, while I was moving, it was as though the crystals, but I've never heard of anyone doing anything like that. What does this mean?
You can control crystals. Well, I've heard stories, long time ago. Those who are truly connected with the goddess Nyx, or the deities themselves, they are able to go beyond just the normal elements and able to reflect other things, such as crystal rocks, gems, pull them from the surface up. There's different types of stone and crystals and gems and other metals in the earth. It seems like your ability allows you to tune into that.
Blessing of Nyx. I never suspected it would be such a... I had one other question for you.
Yes.
It's about Kai. He seems to have developed his own dance while he was there, but that wasn't what I was concerned about. It was how he, she looks up at Ren and says, he carried me halfway there.
She smiles. Kai cares for you greatly. We all see it. You want to know a secret? And she goes in like a little closer to you. I think you're pretty popular with Kai and Genju. A little controversy there, eh? And she gives you a little nudge with her shoulders and laughs. Ha ha ha!
Minako looks down and just mutters, it's inappropriate.
Why? You are no longer with him.
I may no longer be with him, but it's still so strange. I feel like family.
Well, your family, yes, but you're not related by blood. Not even Kai's related by blood. Look, he was a complicated man, but to send you away because of... And she looks down towards your arm, and she looks back. Because of things we don't understand, this was wrong. Then how he tainted the minds of other demon dancers. Don't listen to them, Minako. You're pure. You unlocking your vagary. This vagary is proof of that.
Thank you, Ren. You've given me a great deal to think about.
Alright, let's finish dinner here then. And then you can think about who to choose. Maybe the rambunctious Kai or the noble Genju, eh?
Minako just blushes and focuses on chopping vegetables.
Alright. And you all continue to finish making the dinner. You can roll me a performance check at advantage. Because you're getting... And then the DC will change because... Alright. 20 because of you're being helped by Ren. So you make a beautiful, delicious meal. The smell of it... Usually you're used to your own cooking, so it's not mouth-watering to you per se. But this time, you can't wait to take a bite of it yourself. And you can tell Ren feels the same way. She take a deep breath. Alright, let's hold ourselves. Let's get this to the boys, eh? So you both walk over back to the room. Making your way there, you do... making your way there, you open the door using... holding all the items, but Ren is dexterous enough where she can use her feet to open it up, and the door slams open. The rest of you hear the door slam open, and smell immediately the aroma coming from the food. And Ren goes, dinner is served! Come, eat! Be full! And she puts everything down onto another table that's about a few feet away from Horatio, who's copying his notes. And you smell it too.
Horatio, always just looks up and, Minako, you always draw me away from my spells. And He goes and gets himself a plate.
Duran, are you partaking as well?
Absolutely.
So you'll grab the meal and start to eat, and it's delicious. All the pain and trouble that you've had throughout the day just kind of wafts away. Monako and Ren's combined food just exhilarates you and satiates you. At this time, Kai walks in as well, his nose stuck up as if he's being dragged by the white aroma fingers of the food. He with a little bit of his tongue sticking out goes, is that Monako and Ren's food I smell? Oh, I'm in heaven. And he walks in, all clean after his bath, and begins making a plate as well. Meanwhile, at this point, King and Cal, you do arrive towards Phineas's frozen fractal. This is where you had placed your items to be enchanted, and not too far away is the blacksmith where you could pick up the bullets as well.
Great. I'll just run right in here and pick these things up, and I'll meet you. Or do you want to just go one right after the other? We can just go together real quick.
Well, didn't I leave like the extra metal that got turned into the bullets that I'm picking up? Wasn't that here as well?
Those were left with Sam, who was
okay, got it.
the dwarf
Sorry.
who made Duran's blade.
Correct. Yeah, I'll just go with you. That's fine.
Okay, great. So we'll go into Phineas's shop. Hello, Phineas.
You hear bing, ow, ow. And the familiar elderly gentleman with the wizard robe looks up at you. Welcome. Oh, I remember you two. How can I help you?
Great. We're just coming to pick up the orders.
Yes. Oh, the enchanted earring and other jewelry. Yes, they're done.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm just going to take a quick look and inspect them and also take my specific bracelet and equip it.
And as you also put in, you got extra ones. In any case, here you are. You're already paid up.
Oh, before I forget, yes, absolutely. I do need incense and... Cal, what else did Horatio say? Incense and something else.
It was charcoal.
Charcoal, yes. And then I'll take out stacks of gold coins, 100 gold coins worth. Please.
He runs back. Thank you. And he grabs the money quickly to the back. It comes back with 13 reagents capable of the charcoal and incense. 13 uses worth.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's my pleasure.
Would you happen to have actually about it? We did almost perish, and I only happen to have 1 diamond. Do you have diamonds or no? Any on hand that I could purchase? The gods are fickle, you know.
He turns to you. I do have diamonds, yes. I have very low in stock. You know what, for you guys? Sure. I have 2. I'll give them for you. Do you need me to crack it in half? Do you want the full diamond? Dust? How would you like it?
How much is it worth? What's its equivalent in gold?
It's about 1,000 golds worth.
Oh. Yeah, you could split it in half.
Well, he goes, I have 2, so they'll be both 500. Do you just want 500? Do you want them split in half?
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I'm gonna play dumb. Gonna give me both of them for half the cost. For being the hero. I'll hand him the 500 and see what he does. And bat my big eyes.
He looks at you and he goes, 1 moment, and walks back. He comes back about a few minutes later with 100 gold and 1 diamond. I just let everyone know that you shop at and you are powered by Phineas's frozen fractal. I'm sure word will get around about you all, and I want everyone to know it was me who armored you with the arcane, of course.
Absolutely. Cal, is there anything that you need from this wonderful shop?
I don't think so. Most of the stuff I need is going to be at the next place.
Good night now. And then we'll leave and go to the next shop.
Good night. All right, so you make your way easily to blacksmith.
Sam, how's it going?
Oh, I remember you. Right, with the magnetic. Oh, right. It's going good. Do you hear about something about this flying feet birdie thing up there carrying people? Crazy, right?
Yeah, that was us. That was me.
You're fucking shitting me.
And me!
Yes.
Oh, where's your tall elven fellow?
Oh, he's recuperating. We kind of defeated all the trials of the mountain, of Kuro Mountain.
No fucking way. You're shitting me.
You wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it for yourself, huh? And I kind of activate my vagary and like blink behind him.
Okay.
I start dancing, and at first, a lot of like the metal tooling actually starts moving a little bit because of the electricity in the air. But then I just kind of blink behind him before it gets too crazy.
After the moment you jolt behind him and all the effects of the metal starts to flare up, he goes, "Whoa! Holy fucking shit! You weren't shitting me! Congratulations!"
Thank you. And you want to know something even more of a bigger secret and surprise and amazing?
What?
This guy here, King, he
Yeah.
has a vagary too.
Ta-da! I'm gonna jazz hands.
And he looks at you. Wow.
I learned how to misdance top of the mountain.
So you, little tiny elf thingy, creature person, went up there and unlocked yourself a vagary.
Well, I mean, there was also the other elf that was with us. He was able to do it too.
Well, I believe that. I mean, he was pretty strong.
But I did it too. And I'm a half elf, thank you very much.
Oh, right. I hope my blade helped out Doran.
Oh, it worked wonderfully.
So, what can I do for you?
Well, I was here to pick up those bullets.
All right. Yeah. All ready for it to pay for. And he goes and pulls out a bag of bullets that you hear jiggling around. There you are. And he closes it up and throws it towards you. Kind of catch it.
Awesome. Thank you. About how many bullets was it able to be made with? How many bullets did we get here?
20 bullets. And let me tell you, they're magnetic, so try to shoot at anything metal, probably be able to hit your target easier.
Ah, okay. I have some ideas that I can fool around with that. I also need something else from you, my good Sam. Now, what is your most exquisite metal that you have here? Raw material.
He looks up and puts his finger to his temple. That I'm working on right now? Well, we have steel, iron, nothing really quite exquisite yet, haven't done any shopping, been out there. Yours was the most exquisite thing I've worked on in a little bit.
Okay. Because one of my revolvers here is busted, and I need to get, 325 gold worth of repair out of it. The whole thing needs reworked. I need to recalibrate everything on it. It's just not firing right.
Roll a persuasion check. 13. His eyes kind of look back and forth for a little bit, and he says, sorry, I don't have anything really that would probably, unless you want to use normal steel and iron, I can repair it that way, but nothing really special.
I can do the repair. It's just, I'm gonna go through a lot of steel in order to plate this all together. It's gonna have to be stacked and folded. It's probably gonna take me all night. Can you send a few plates of steel to where we're staying?
Oh, I can put it in the hole.
Oh, that's true. I just didn't want to carry all that steel plate.
I would never. And I'll pull out the black portable hole, and I'll roll it and put it on the ground and say we can put it in here.
Alright, so how much do you need? I have plenty.
And I pull out 325 gold worth.
He goes, alright then. And he comes back with sheets and sheets of steel and other things to go with it. nets need to smelt it. And he gave him a little extra tooling and things to help aid you. But you get that much back in need to repair and the necessary items you need to repair your guns.
Any leftover ore?
Well, we agreed that I will keep the leftover ore.
Okay. Make good use of it.
Oh, I will, he says, smiling.
Thanks, we might be back.
Your business is always accepted.
Good night.
Alright, then safe travels. And you guys leave and close the door, hop onto Shuttleful, and begin to fly on off. Meanwhile, during this time, you back at the Great Temple of Nyx in the recovery area. You guys are sitting around in your beds. You can easily find the way to the bathroom and get cleansed during this time because they were gone for longer than it would take you to eat. But you guys are stuffed, bathed if you wanted to bathe, and waiting around. Kai says, we should wait for the others to get back, and then we can discuss our next steps with the Northrill. And sure enough, after some time, you hear the familiar pitter-patter footsteps of King and Cal. They slide open the door, looking on. You see everyone in their nighttime outfits, resting in the bed. Standing outside, you do see Megumi doing a dance, and as she's doing so, you see a crystal being held at the top, kind of floating, emanating down, just like it was for the daimyo, onto your entire area. Sweet beads of sweat coming from her head.
I'm so hungry! Ugh! And I'm gonna just rush in and be like, did you save a plate for me?
Oh no, King, it was too good. We ate it all.
No. Of course we saved you a plate.
Yay!
Oh, thank the gods.
No, thank Doran.
And Monaco.
And Monaco.
Monaco's who the real thing should go to.
Yes, you're the hero of the night. Thank you.
I do not know what god she is calling into the kitchen, but they may be even stronger than your Miliki.
I'm going to ignore that and just eat. And just eat whether the food is warm or not. And if it's not warm, I'll just warm it up with prestidigitation.
It's not warm, but yes, you warm it up with prestidigitation and it's back to its best optimal temperature. A few moments later, Ren walks in and after hearing the commotion, "Great, you're back. Now, while you eat, come." And she slides over a table into the middle of the floor, the largest table, and you all kind of like buck back because of the sound of the scraping on the wood. And she lays down a map. "So Kai, you're the commander. You care to go over the rules of Northrill for our friends and possible strategies?" "Right." And grabbing your plates, or if you are still eating, you walk on over and surround the table. So Kai, put his hand on the side of the map to keep it still, looks down and says, "The rules of Northrill are simple. Well, maybe I shouldn't say simple. The object of Northrill is to corrupt your enemy's shadow stone," and he points towards the spires at the very back of each side of this map. What the map looks like, it's a large square shape with different roads and pathways in between. There are spires on several different sizes, but the entire map is cut in half, so to speak, by a large lake. It seems to be separated mostly into two halves with different pathways in between that you can take. And Kai continues, "These two spires at the back, they're known as the Shadow Stones. You'll have to corrupt your enemy's Shadow Stone with your essence using one of these." And he rolls out another scroll, and it's a drawing of a small lance-like object with a triangular tip, a gold trim going down the middle, and the tip of it's black. "This is a shadow lance. Everyone gets one. You have to use your own health and energy to activate the shadow lance, and by doing so, you can corrupt over time your enemy's shadow stone. Once it's fully corrupted, you win. Now there's multiple paths you can take, and I've written them. They're written out here." And he points to where you can see the 1, 2, and 3. We are each on one half, and in between us there are more spires. Now, these spires give us boons if we're within their range. You can corrupt an enemy spire using your own constitution with the Shadow Lance, but by doing so you then give it make it yours, and you will benefit. You also can transport yourself in between spires that belong to you, that are under your control. Of course, once again, using your own health to power the Shadowlands. In between, in the field area, there are several groups and encampments of beings and creatures. If we defeat them, they'll beseech us a blessing. Each area will give us a different blessing, but beware, we may also run into our enemy. Flying anything above 20 feet is prohibited. There's a barrier placed above, so you can't pass that level. We can split up or join together, but that's what the purpose of this meeting is. Do you all understand how Northrill works?
It sounds like it's going to be painful, she says, looking at the shadow spear.
Do some of us stay and defend while others go, or do we all just leave our base knowing they're going to infiltrate?
Well, you believe that there's going to be guards posted at least at the other end. And if I know he'll probably stay behind, waiting for us to get to him. That's how he works.
And I take another bite of food and I say, with like half food in my mouth,
Kai turns to you, says, there's 7 on a team. Counting Syl, that would have completed ours, but I only have 6. I'm going to be down 1, and I don't know if I can find anyone. It's such short notice.
Ren, why can't you join the team?
If I could, I would. But as his Demon Dancer captain, and a Demon Dancer alone, we are not allowed to interfere in this. It's personal matters. Unfortunately, he is not a Demon Dancer captain, so all of these people who are under his wing would be people who defected or kicked out. So he will have an assortment of storm dancers, cloud dancers, mist dancers, all of them. I'm bound. I'm sorry.
It's late at night, right?
Yeah,
Whatever it takes, Kai. We'll have your back.
We'll persevere.
I know we can. Things have been rough, but we've persevered. You guys, you went out and defended Airwatch. You've created miracles. We've successfully climbed Kuro Mountain. We'll persevere. All of us. You'll persevere, Ren says.
And now we have our advantage back. And I'll nod towards Minako for the food, and I'll push the empty tray away and pull the bag and put my bag on the table and pull out all of the ruby bracelets and earrings that we... And I'll say, our communications are back! And I'll start handing them out to the group.
What is this?
These are our bracelets, our ruby bracelets and ruby earrings of sending. They allow us to communicate with each other.
They're so pretty, she says, picking up one of the earrings for herself.
They work better now. And I, Travis, forget exactly what he said. Did they just remove the attunement?
Correct. You're no longer needing to be attuned to them. You just wear it and it works. But remember, anyone can pick them up and use.
Correct, yes. And it's also only to each other, so we can... I'll explain that to Cal, Minako, and Kai, and I'll say they work like the magic of sending. You can communicate with each other at just a thought while holding the... But only to each other. And then I'll point to all of our gems, and I'll say they're linked, they're enchanted.
Kai looks over to you and says, "This is amazing. The advantage we'll have. Communication is the key in warfare. Father has always taught me that. The blessings just keep coming. You guys are amazing. When we make through this, I want to make sure everyone in Shivering, no, everyone in Duskhaven knows about the Liberators. Alright, let's continue planning. And with that, we will close the chapter, place the bookmark, and end our session.
Yay!
Such a good one.